Where do I start? Where do I start? I got so many things floating around in my head right now, man. So many things that I want to say when it pertains to gaming, when it pertains to Nintendo. But it feels like, Nintendo has turned its backs on us. When there was an escape for us when it came to what was going on over there at PlayStation with its liberal LBGT games. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but those of us who grew up in the era of the Super Nintendo, for those of us who grew up in the era of the PlayStation 1, for those of us who grew up in the eras of the Sega Dreamcast and things of that such, to see what's happened with the PlayStation and the Xbox focusing on DEI games and LBGT made games and things of that such, which are great, which are fine. But for those of us who are looking for an escape, for a way for us to play some actual video games, playing games like Mario Odyssey, for those games like the Xenoblade Chronicles, or playing games like Mario Kart and things of that such, Smash Brothers, just Pokemon, just want us to get 100% access to just full on gameplay, just nothing but games, no politics, no agendas, no LBG, none of that. Black Lives Matter, none of that, none of that. It was just here, play these games and have fun. Has Nintendo gone someone in that route? Not in the aspects of politics as of yet. Maybe yes, when it pertains to bringing on westernized games. On that last Nintendo Direct showcase, a lot of westernized games. You know what I mean? And with the westernized games, you know they're going to get the Western experience, and the Western experience is mostly focused on polluting and diluting the minds of the average everyday gamer. Yo, Jonas, what's up? But in the aspects of this, not only was Nintendo a great place to get away when it pertains to video games, Nintendo was pretty decent at easing your pockets as well, easing the stress of going out and spending over an abundance amount of money to get access to your games. When Iwata was alive, man, I don't even think he charged $50 for for the console titles. I don't even think he charged more than 49.99. When it came to the DS titles, he didn't charge no more than 39 bucks. When it came to online, it was free. He did not understand the philosophy, the Western philosophy of charging people to get 100% full access of the game. Hey, what's up, Eric? He'll weep. How is it different from Asian developer games? How's what different? For the Western games? Different from the Asian developed games? I don't. When I was coming up, like I said before, when the video started, there was no agenda to push. There weren't certain agendas to push, as if say with the Western games like The Last of Us Two and The Last of Us One, and this new Ghost of Tsushima game that's coming out, and all types of games that I'm seeing, that Dragon Age, the new Dragon Age game that just came out. The list just goes on and on. But yeah, coming up, Nintendo was really easy on the pockets, man. They really wanted people to get out there and enjoy these games, man. And when the Nintendo Switch 2 first dropped, man, they were charged. They were talking. It was on their website. It's not fake news. It was on the website that they were going to charge us $90 to get access to a physical game. The digital game was going to be $80. This was their original intentions. Why has Nintendo turned their backs on us, man? I just saw a clip on now necessarily this isn't Nintendo's fault, but still, I just saw an article where they were going to be charging no, there's only 4 games right now on the Nintendo Switch. There's only 4 that are actual physical on game games. You know what I mean? Like they physically on the card. There's only 4 as of right now out of the abundance of games. I forgot it was like 20 something, 20 plus games, if not more, on the Nintendo Switch 2. But those 4 games were the only games that were going to be on card. It was Mario Kart World, that's $80. That's Donkey Kong, that's $70, $80 plus tax. It was Cyborgian Punk, $70, $80. And then it was confusing because it was Damon X Machina was also one of those games, but then there was another Damon X Machina as well that is a game key card. Now, reckon all the other games are coming from other developers. It's not Nintendo that is doing the game key card situation. The Switch up too, yeah. Hey Dante, what's up? When Nintendo is doing good, they get greedy. That's just not true. I mean, yes, now, but that's never been the Nintendo motto ever. Those are things that you see, coming from Sony. When Sony is doing good, that's when they get greedy. When they did good with the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, that's when they tried to pull the flim flam with us with the PlayStation 3. There has never been a moment in time in history where Nintendo was doing good and they wanted to flim flam us. That's just not true. Yes, today, yes, when Microsoft was doing well with the Xbox 360, they tried to get greedy with the Xbox One and remove access for gamers by creating the whole DRM system that we have today. PlayStation was going to do it as well, but Microsoft was first to announce it, and then PlayStation was able to come around and double back and say, "Hey, you don't have to worry about DRM," which was a lie. The N64 with cartridges. What? The N64 with cartridges was greedy? Oh. Nintendo didn't want to do business with Sony. That's greedy. What was greedy about N64 and the cartridges? Oh, they didn't want to do business with Sony. That's what makes them greedy. People forget when it comes to Sony and Microsoft. Yeah, they all of a sudden they have instant amnesia, right? Cartridges and please stop. I'm gonna start blocking people, man. This is ridiculous. If you're gonna come with the facts, come with the facts. Yo, to be loved, what's up, man? Come with the facts, please. Stop it. They didn't want to do deals with Sony. Oh my God, they're so greedy. No, I believe what's going on with Nintendo is not Nintendo like, and I feel like it's coming somewhere on the outside. And let me get back to what I was saying. Now, reckon all of the games that are game key cards are directly not coming from Nintendo. That's interesting to me. I'm not sure if that's Nintendo's fault. Maybe it is Nintendo's fault. Maybe Nintendo can come in and say, hey, you know what? No. but they're not. And a lot of people are complaining about these game key cards. Over 20 plus games, if not more, are on the game key cards. Now, for those of you who don't know what the game key cards, yes, you're getting physical access to a cartridge, but the cartridge is nothing. It's nothing. It means it holds no value whatsoever. People are injecting the cards. The cards is getting a signal from Nintendo, is getting a signal from Sega. Sega is confirming that the person has made the purchase, and then they go ahead and say, okay, you can download said game to your cartridge, to your game. But anytime in the future, when it comes to these game key cards, when it comes to your digitalized games, this is the reason why I said we cannot support the digital gaming, no matter how enticing it might be. The sales, the early buying bonuses and things of that such. You buy it early, you get the digital game, you get the game 3 to 4 days earlier than normal. It's all bull crap in my opinion. I would rather wait and get access to that physical card, that physical game. But game key cards and digitalized games are a big no-no because you do not have full access to the game. I do not like the concept of giving the money to somebody and then me not owning what I purchased. This is ridiculous. This is straight out of the Illuminati handbook. People, oh, sorry. Nintendo back then wasn't greedy, at least not like nowadays, especially when it comes to making the Wii and DS and the 3DS. They poured love into those consoles. I don't know what they are doing nowadays. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, brother Dead Shark. Some wacky weirdo, Joy-Con Jorker, came down in my comments talking about Nintendo got greedy with the 64 game cartridges. They're still using cartridges till this day. You will own. Yeah, this is straight out of the Illuminati, the Illumination handbook, and we're feeding right into it. Yeah, I don't like that idea, and it's coming from the Elite Four. It's coming from the Elite Four. Now, we did a podcast many years ago called the Xendo Podcast. Remember that? Clap yourselves up. We did one of the most elite podcasts. We were the first podcast to call. Somebody said this in my comment section. Zobi 70, you were the first. Now there's a lot of channels today that are grifting and they're calling out the LBGT. They're calling out the DEI. They're calling out this and that in video games. But when there was a guy who was the first one to do it, go back and Google the Xtendo podcast. Look at those dates. Look and read those titles, those trolling titles, right? I had titles where I said that Microsoft is going to ruin gaming. I had titles where the gaming media is coming for us. I had titles with gaming developers were coming at us. I had all types of weird, wacky titles at those times. I said they are coming for us. I never grifted. I was there. I might have grifted away, but I was there. I was the first. But the Elite Four are the ones that are doing the game key cards. Now, we did the Xtendo podcast many moons ago, but you need to go back and we talked about the Elite Four. Who are the Elite Four that are doing the game key cards? Why is this very important? It's all a plan. It's all been planned to take Nintendo into this direction. Now, I'm not trying to take the heat off of Nintendo, but the only people that are doing the game key cards are the only people that we saw that was pushing for a more global narrative in gaming. Y'all forgot. You forget. This is the thing that I don't like about you guys. I love you guys for being here. I love you guys for your support. I love when you guys come in and directly hit that like button, man. You know what I mean? I love when you guys share these videos. I love when you guys use the information in these videos and quote me while you're using these. You know what I mean? I love when you guys show so much support. I love it. I can leave for 3 to 4 years and I can still come back and you guys are here and you're on the ball and you're ready and you're moving, you know? Let me go to my chat room. Let me see if they remember. Lane cry me a river because your viewers don't agree or whatever. Will they release Storm 5 on the Switch too? Is there a Storm 5? I don't even know about a Storm 5. Cartridges were good. I messed with it. Also, keep in mind Nintendo 64 was before CDs. Northsider Geo, what the oh, I don't know. Nobody's disagreeing with me. I'm disagreeing with the viewers. The viewers aren't disagreeing with me. He said that Nintendo was practicing shady practices by making cartridges for the 64. And I just said, you switched to your alternate account by Northsider Go, and to say that, you know what I'm saying? But still, I know it's you. I didn't disagree. I disagreed with you. You didn't disagree with me. The people with common sense been telling people over decades about direction gaming was going and didn't listen. Yeah. What are you talking about, funny man? Uh, Geo was slipstreams. Was there. It's all about Zobi 7 prediction. Everything was right. Yeah. Now, there's an Elite Four that decided to go global. Remember, they were coming out and they said, we're going global. We're getting on board. The West has us by the nuts. Remember, they started changing up their banners to different colors to represent. We started to go deep into what those colors represent. Remember? I don't remember, man. I don't remember. The Elite Four was Sega that caved towards the West in globalism. The Elite Four was Namco Bandai. Remember? Remember they changed up their banner and changed up their colors to make it more LBGT colors. Remember? Remember Square Enix? Huh? And I just saw the other day, NIS. They're coming out with they're coming out with the complete edition for the Nintendo Switch. NIS was another one that decided we're going to go global. Remember, we did videos on this. They changed up their banner, they changed up the logo and everything, and said we're on board. We're going global. We're all coming together. Oh man, see, that's where things get fishy for me. That's where things get scary for me. When I start seeing people push a unitive narrative, when I see people say, we're gonna start coming together, you know, let's all hold hands and for the better of good, that's where things get fishy and scary for me. I'm freaked out right now. I'm scared out of my britches right now. When I start seeing those type of things, I get scared. I'm seeing that right now. If I can go down a dark path, I know when I go down my dark path on my YouTube channel, the chat room gets quiet, and then I block the video, right, because I went too dark, and then people go, "Hey man, bring back that video, man." Y'all were quiet when I went down this path. Make some noise. Make some noise. Don't let me just be the only one talking. Let me know. I'm seeing it right now, man. They're having some type of protest. Did y'all see it? Did you see it? There's some type of weird protest going on. No Kings protests. They're taking to the streets, and I don't even know what the hell they're taking to the streets for. And I'm listening to the people talk, all Caucasian liberals. I see sprinkles of Hispanics out there waving the Mexican flag. I saw an Indian guy, this is racist, this is Nazi. I see people coming together, and I'm going, what is this about? What are we coming together for? No, there's no. I thought it was about the Mexicans. You know what I mean? Come to find out, it wasn't about that. PS1 and Sega Saturn were out. I don't really care. That's not my debate. I don't think having a cartridge is has anything to do with Nintendo being greedy whatsoever. I think they made the right in the long run. Everybody thought it was a bad thing. In the long run, it was a bad thing. But it looks like it's gone back to being, well. There was a some type of snake like drift here. Now, the going to the N64 way, everybody thought it was bad. They should have went with the CDs because of Sony. Sony was able to go opposite and take those CDs and create the next wave. Now, Square Enix was upset about that, and they're still voicing their opinions of their anger till this day. Um, and they went the CD route, and PlayStation were able to build its empire by N64's mistake. Now, if Nintendo was able to do the CD thing, who knows what the gaming landscape would have been as of today? Who knows? It probably would have been worse. It probably would have been 10 times worse than what it is right now. Or it could have been better, but I doubt that. I doubt that. Um, then, with the success of the Nintendo Switch, it looked like Nintendo made the right decision. It crumbled Square Enix. Square Enix is nothing like it used to be. Sony is struggling. Um, you know, But now we're coming right back, and we're going, oh, Nintendo, you had it, Nintendo, you had it. What's going on? What's going on? You had it, Nintendo. Why'd you go this way? Why'd you go that way? I have no problem with the $450 console. I have no problem with that. But when it comes to the price of games, that's ridiculous over there at Nintendo. That's ridiculous. But anyway, when I start seeing people come together, we need to go global. We need to unify. That's where my antennas start going up. I was watching the movie Sinners. Did y'all see the movie Sinners? With Michael B. Jordan? There were two Michael B. Jordans in the movie. Y'all think that was some type of animatronics? Y'all think that was some type of y'all think that the movie Sinners had animatronics, some type of robot, AI, was used to create a second Michael B. Jordan. No, they cloned him. Mhm. Yeah. They're practicing cloning techniques. They practice cloning techniques within these movies, and you don't even know. Watch the movie that what's his name? Not Michael B. Jordan. Scarlett Johansson and some other guy. They made a movie. What's the director's name? What's that director that did the Transformers movies? I forgot his name. Sophie Spitstrings got deleted by accident, but I've been in your dreams. I missed you. Okay, cool. You high as hell, aren't you? Michael Bay. Michael Bay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Michael Bay did a movie, man, that went under the radar. And I haven't watched the full movie. I remember I called it one day, just kind of flicking and chilling, bow, flicking. And there was this movie with Scarlett Johansson. I was like, how come I never heard this movie before? And they were talking about these two cloning experiments that got away. They tell you things in these movies, man. And the Michael B. Jordan, that was not AI. That was a clone Michael B. Jordan, bro. And they've been cloning people within these movies for a very long time. Go back and watch the movie Jurassic Park. When you watch the Jurassic Parkian movies, that's a real goddamn dinosaur. Well, excuse me. Dinosaurs don't look like that, but that is a cloned creature. You know what I mean? That's a real creature that they're showing you. And you think it's animatronics. You think it's some type of, you know what I mean? Go back and watch the Alien movies. Go back and watch the Predator movies. Another good movie to watch where these are real demons, real creatures. E.T. and Gizmo. What's that movie called? The Gremlins, the Grimloids. Go back and watch the Grimloids. Those were real demons that they conjured. Those were not puppets. The same goes for this movie Sinners. That was a real clone Michael B. Jordan. Look, because you can tell in the movie, Michael B. Jordan is not that good of an actor. When he's standing next to the clone, he's real fidgety. He's real nervous. You know what I mean? He's like this. And even in the movie, he couldn't deny his fear of a clone. Yeah. I'm laughing. I'm laughing at your comments. I'm not laughing at me. I'm not being silly. I'm being serious. Y'all funny down there, man. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, go back and watch the movie Sinners. Sinners was talking that let's come together stuff. It's all about peace, love, and harmony, man. We're just here to play. We just want to come in and share the love, man. We just remember when the vampires came up, the three white vampires. The three white vampires came up and said, "Hey, man, we're just here to spread love and you know what I mean. We're just here to have fun and come together, man. We just trying to break all the barriers, man. Let's come together." I get real antsy when I start seeing people come together, man. You know what I mean? It goes back to one of the one of the greatest ancient texts, the Bible. The Bible talks about that, and we're having that today. The Tower of Babel, the Tower of Babeloids. Go back and watch and go back and read the Bible. Go to your Tower of Babel chapter, where the people were coming together to build this tower that reached the heavens. And God saw that. And God was like, the hell are these people planning? God is a G, yo. God is a gangster, yo. God thinks like me. The hell are these people planning? When I see people out there marching, all different races and creeds, and it's being led by Caucasian liberals, my antennas go up. A lot of people are getting mad at the African American community because we weren't out there. Thank you, Jesus. We weren't out there fighting for the Mexicans. We usually are. We're usually getting involved in stuff that we shouldn't get involved in. We got involved in the Vietnam War. We should not have. We went over there. We got to pay for these. We got to pay for that. I'm sorry. We went over there and we killed the Viet Cong's families, children. We got our asses kicked. But when we got there, the Asian man said, "Go home, Negro. This isn't your war." This is the same thing that I say to black folk. Go home, black folk. If you out there with the Mexicans trying to fight, go home, black people. This is not your war. If you're out there marching, the Kings, whatever this No Kings parade, the liberals, Caucasians are throwing, go home, Negro. This is not your war. You will pay for it. You will pay if you go out there. You will pay if you go out there. I don't give a damn how much you go. You marry me, my essays, man. I love my Mexican brothers. I don't give a damn. You will pay. Take your black ass home. Go do black things. Go open up a juke joint, man, and start dancing and stuff like that, man. Go start a barbecue or something, man. Go do black things. Don't go out there. That ain't for you. Go home, Negro. This is not your war. Yeah, I get nervous. And when I started to see that the Elite Four were coming together and join the West when it came to globalism, my antennas went up like a Namekian. You know, I heard is was being founded by the owner of Walmart. That would be cool if I would actually care about that. Listen, now if I put this video on private, I better not hear you guys crying. Yo, what happened to the video, man? You know what I'm saying? Now y'all want to get quiet. Now y'all want to get quiet down there. But then when I put these videos on private, because y'all didn't, we don't want to talk about that. We don't care about that. Make up your minds. Yeah. Now, with that being said, the Elite Four are the ones that are doing this game key card thing on the Nintendo Switch. Now, Nintendo has created this option. I don't know why. I don't know. No, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on at Nintendo right now. Is it Nintendo? Is it Sega? Is it NIS America? Is it Namco Bandai? Is it Square Enix? Are they the ones demanding that their games or game key cards are digital only? I say the best way to combat this anti-consumerism is to not buy it. Forget complaining. Don't get on the internet and complain and then go and buy it. I say hold on to your raggedy dollars, man. You guys work hard. Y'all work hard. There's nobody here. There's nobody playing video games. I'm sorry. That is sitting around and just making money, just chilling and relaxing. Y'all ain't making that type of bread. Y'all not making the Elon Musk, or if they are even making that money. Y'all not making the George Soros. Y'all not making the if they are making that type of money. But let's just say for the illusion's sake, y'all don't got that type of money, man. Y'all work way too hard to not own your games. You work way too hard to allow these corporations to ram you up the anal canal like that. Y'all work way too hard for that. I don't know what y'all do. I don't know what it is y'all do. But if you're living in America, you're working damn hard. And I don't think we should just give our money away recklessly like that to play games that we're not even going to play. Let that sink in. You guys are buying games that you're not even going to play. There are 5 people in my Discord right now that own a Nintendo Switch 2. Guess how many games they're playing right now? Goose egg. They're not playing any video games. They're on Discord. They're on Twitter. They're on YouTube. They're at work. They ran out. Those 5 people in my Discord, they ran out to go buy that junk, and they're not playing not one game. It's okay. You don't have to play Bravery Default. It's okay. You don't have to play Yakuza 0. It's okay. You don't have to play Disgaea 7 Complete Edition. You don't have to play that. At a reasonable price, yeah. $39.99, $49.99, old ass games like that. Yeah, yeah. The Rido collection, come on. Mario Kart World is like one of the only exclusives out. It's the only exclusive out, yes. But is it worth it? Man, there is absolutely zero positive word of mouth when it comes to Mario Kart World. Zero. It's like you're forced to say something positive about the game. If you are saying anything positive, only because it was $80. You spent $80. You have no choice but to say you like this game. But imagine getting the game for the price that it's deserved. You'd be like, man, this game is trash. And I am seeing people come out and saying, holy smokes, I can't believe I spent this much money. Zero positive word of mouth. See, now they came out and they ran out and said the fastest selling Nintendo Switch, the fastest selling gaming console, the fastest selling. I get that. They came out and they did that. Yes, I know. But where is the positive word of mouth? As a gamer, when I grew up, when I came up, it was about positive word of mouth. When y'all came up, it was about positive word of mouth. The reason that those games, the Nintendo Switch, was a success, what it was, the way it was because of positive word of mouth. Because when it came to the gaming media, Nintendo Switch had no chance. When it came to even gamers, Nintendo had no chance. But as soon as you got your hands wrapped around that Nintendo Switch and you started getting access to these fun, kooky, and quirky Japanese games, and all of a sudden people were going, yo, man, have you played Zelda Breath of the Wild? Oh my God, did you play the Animal Crossing? Games were selling within 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million. Any comparisons to games that came out at that same time period, like Final Fantasy VII, like The Last of Us 2, could barely scrape 1 million copies. Positive word of mouth is the thing. Everywhere I go, man, I'm going to people on the streets. I'm going to people online, man. You picking up a Nintendo Switch too, man? No. And they got the Nintendo Switch. Nah, I can't. It's too expensive. I worked too hard for this. I can't believe what I'm seeing nowadays. I cannot believe such blind loyalty to corporations, man. And you know what I can't believe as well? The level of arrogance coming from these gaming developers, like the Nintendo Switch, like Nintendo, like PlayStation, like Xbox. The level of arrogance that they have towards us, that was something that I've never seen before. I've never seen such arrogance. When we were paying for the 80 to $90 games back in the day, before we even started buying video games, we had to Google the prices to know that this was even in existence. But even when they were charging this amount of money, they had a perfect reason why. Because these games were on cartridges. Now there's no excuse. You're using the cheapest form to put the goddamn game on. You don't even include an instruction manual. These cases that they're using, especially on the PlayStation and Xbox, they're made out of recyclable rippy bits. These cases are so goddamn cheap. You were like, what the freaking? You can't even have a case collection because of how cheaply made these cases are. Back in the day, you would have this beautiful box art, man, and it was literally on the cardboard box. Remember? Nowadays, man, if you think back that when you were a kid, you're not even thinking. You know what I mean? You're getting home and you're shredding the boxes up. Nowadays, you're thinking like, oh my God, I wish I was more delicate and careful with those boxes. You know what I mean? Nowadays, these you open up the goddamn casing, the thing damn near turns into goo and putty. It's so cheaply made. They don't even have the common decency to give us a instruction manual. The instruction manual doesn't even come. You don't even give nothing when it comes to the collector. You buy the collector's edition, it doesn't even come with the goddamn game. And then the level of arrogance coming from these developers to overcharge us for this. In this modern day slave class that we have today that are just literally buying and consuming and conforming and obeying and falling in line to the nonsense, to the point that we have become so much of a slave that they can tell us whatever the hell they want to tell us. They can charge us whatever the hell they want to charge us. You got people that are working in gaming media. You have people that are working at Microsoft. You have people that work for Microsoft. People like Paris 696, who works for Microsoft. We see him at these Xbox events talking face to face with Phil Spencer, and then he has the unadmitted gall to turn around and tell us that we're the problem. Gamers are the problem. You gamers are the reason, the problem. You're the problem. Why won't you conform? Why won't you obey? And you guys fall in line to that garbage? You guys retweet that garbage? You like that garbage? Who the is you? Who are you to tell me I'm the goddamn problem? You got Caucasian liberals like Jeff Keighley getting on stage, disrespecting you to your face, and you still support his show? You still watch his garbage? And he doesn't show you nothing? He literally wastes 3 to 4 hours of your time and there's nothing being shown. What the fuck happened to gamers, man? I'm about to end this stream, man, because this is bull crap. I cannot believe what I'm seeing coming from you losers, man. I cannot believe what I'm seeing coming from y'all people, man. These people are taking and remastering and remaking and turning the game into complete garbage, totally removing what the game used to be, the reasons why you like the game. And you don't even know the reason why you're defending it. You're just a goddamn slave. That's the reason why. When did gamers become slaves to these corporations? There is no way Nintendo should have the arrogance or the gall to come out and charge us and even attempt to even charge us $90 for a physical game. To even attempt to create a game key card system. To even attempt to charge us $10 to $20 to get upgrades, graphical upgrades, which I'm hearing are even worse on the Nintendo Switch 2. We've already bought the game. We've already supported you. Now I gotta spend $10 to $20 to get the Nintendo Switch 2 version? That's ridiculous. You're charging me $80 for Mario Kart, and it's what is this? What is this? When the $40 version is better? Sylvie, man, you just don't like what's going on today, man. Yeah, because you're old. You're an old fogey, man. You're getting old. You're just your interest is not there anymore. Old people have different interests, man. I was there before the inception of video games. I was there on the birth of the golden age of gaming. Gaming is in my DNA. It's all I know. I can see it. I came from an older generation, my father's generation, my uncle's generation, my older cousin's generation. I can see if they because in their minds, in their beliefs, video games was nothing more than something that was catered for children. So I can understand if they, as an older generation, could say that's not necessarily my thing because their thing would be something else. But gaming is all I know. Gaming, hip hop, it's all I know. It's in my DNA, it's in my blood. It's me. Gaming is me. I could never outgrow it. So no, that excuse that I'm old, even though nobody used that, but if somebody wanted to use that excuse, it's me. It's all I know. It's the only thing that I went to for escape into the real world. The real world was bullshit. The real world, when I was coming about, was about going to the corner store and wearing Jordan ones and throwback jerseys, putting on expensive garments just to go outside. The world that I knew was going to this school system where they indoctrinated you and turned you into a slave class. The world that I knew was bullshit. The world that I knew, you had to be a slave to a woman in order for her to love you. You got to go sleep in the corner of the house, in the garage of the house, and the woman gets the whole house. You have to sit here and bow to the whim of a woman in order to be happy. That was bullshit to me. The real world was going to Final Fantasy VII and taking on Cosmo cannons and taking on what was the sector? You know what I mean? The real world to me was going to Xeno Gears. The real world to me was taking on the Chrono Crosses. The real world to me was taking care of my KO gardens and Sonic Adventures. That was the real world to me. Now I got these arrogant gaming developers that are coming to my world and bringing the real world to me where I got to sit here and think that women are above me. I got to go to these fake worlds where they got to indoctrinate me with the same garbage that they're teaching me in school. Now you want to take that from me? No, I'm not old. I'm hip to the game. I'm hip to the game. Just because you're not hip to the game doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. What happened? What we did to PlayStation 3, what we did to Xbox One, what we did to combat games going to $70. There was a moment in time where we combated these things. And man, we had so much power. That was powerful what we did, man. We took billions and trillions of zenny and dollars out of the pockets of Microsoft and Sony. That's powerful, guys. Touching the corporation's pockets is very powerful. That's the reason why we have the No Kings protest. That's the reason we have these what's going on in California with the Mexicans. No, excuse me, the illegal immigrants. You're messing with corporation dollars. You're not doing it to combat fascism. You're not doing it to combat racism. You're not doing it to combat the alt right. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. You're not doing it. Because if Donald Trump was to do this, you will see how quickly these corporations would turn into the alt-right. You will see how quickly these corporations turned into fascists. If Donald Trump did this overnight, signed a bill saying you can only hire Americans. If you have any illegals on the property, you will be fined a citation. Every single one of these corporations that are paying for these people to go out and protest, it would end overnight. You mess with those dollars, it's going to be a problem. And us as gamers, when we came out and we combated the PlayStation 3, but the PlayStation told us we're going to have to work 2 jobs just to get their console. When Microsoft came out and said the same damn thing, and when they were talking about DRM, you cannot own your games, and we came out and said, hell no. And they were talking about charging the $70 games a long time ago. When we came back and we combated those things, man, it was beautiful. Then Sony came out, pretended like they were on our side, remember? And then Sony was the first ones to turn around and flip on us and say, you know what, $70 games. And you know what? DRM, there you go. Have a nice day. It's all a game, man. It's all a game. It's all a game. And then they deliberately, because we had so much power on social media, so they deliberately started putting in plants. That's where the Paris 9696 come in, you know? Plants, gaming plants. Anita Sarkeesian and all these other random weirdos that are working for the enemy, but they're coming on to pretend to be like us and streamers and things of that such. And then they're sitting there and waving the finger and pointing the finger at us. Now they got you talking crazy. What's the big problem with not owning your games? Who cares anyway? They got you talking crazy now. Who cares about $70, $80 games? They got you talking crazy now. They have found a way. It's like the Matrix. You know what I mean? You're kicking it with somebody, and all of a sudden they started turning into the agent right in front of your face. They got you. You're an agent. That's how you became a slave. You're one of them. You're one of them. You thought you was slick, huh? You didn't think I was going to catch on, huh? I caught you. You're one of them. Steam Deck is crazy. Another agent is in the chat room. OGMMUS, he's an agent. Hey guys, let's get a Steam Deck instead. Steam is one of the number one platforms where you do not own your games. Number one. And you can get locked out of your account. I've seen it thousands of times. People getting locked out of their accounts and losing everything. And you don't even know why they got locked out. We got agents in the chat. Go back and watch the movie The Matrix. It's always one lurking, so yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey guys, let's get a Steam Deck. That'll combat the evil corporations. There is always an agent in the chat. Always. It might be AI. Be careful. Y'all might be debating AI down there. They got the thing hooked up so lovely right now, man. Why did Nintendo turn on us, man? Why? Why did they do it? Who got to them, man? Who got to Nintendo? Who got to them? They were doing everything right. And then it was just a sharp turn. Somebody had to, was it illumination? Was it illumination? Was it the illumination? Who got to Nintendo, man? They had it right there. It was right there for the taking. And they just lost the grip. What happened? Yes, I know it's the fastest selling console of all time, but the word of mouth is silent. And we see what happens to these consoles that start parading the whole fastest selling. We notice there's a big drip, big dip, you know? Success never comes from boom. Success doesn't come from boom and then boom. Success comes from boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Give it time. Give it time. We're going to see the truth. We're going to see some real numbers soon. Steam Deck is Linux, and that's how people use mods online because they can't detect on Linux. But what happens when your mod options and your stealing options and your emulating options, what happens when those things go away? How how great is your Steam Deck going to be? How great is your Steam account going to be? They can take those things away. I've seen it happen with the music. What was the we used to steal music back in the day. Excuse me, let me not start we. You guys used to remember, yo, you guys used to get on there and steal music. Remember that? It used to be like a little site where you can go to. You could type in the song you're looking for, man, and you get access to that music, man. They shut that down. Napster? No. LimeWire. LimeWire. Remember? Oh, and you guys were jamming. Remember? Oh, yo, hey, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Remember, y'all were jamming to the jams, right? You guys were jamming on the ones. You guys were like, oh, yo, this is where it's at, baby. Man, they shut it down. Boom. Apple came in. Boom. What was the other joint? What's the what's the other joint that you can stream music off of? You got to pay a monthly subscription to get access to music now. They can shut it down, man. What happens when they shut these things down? What happens? How good is your Steam Deck when you can't emulate games? That's what's happening right now. That's what these game key cards are about. That's what Nintendo was doing right now with the Nintendo Switch One. Now you can something about some type of game key card thing that's going on in Nintendo Switch One right now. My boy Sly got locked out of his account because they detected some flim flam on Nintendo Switch One. They're coming, man. They're getting ready. They're getting ready to shut all that down, man. It sounds hot today to just steal these games and get access to these games, man, but they are coming. And how useful is your Steam Deck going to be? They're not even. And the thing is, you guys are so stupid. You're flaunting it online. Yo, look at I got the Steam Deck. I'm playing Mario. You're so stupid. Yo, but Nintendo can't get mad because I already own the copy for the Nintendo Switch. But look at this. You're getting online and you're illegally showing off what you're doing. Yo, Zombie70 doing the most highs work as usual. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for the support, Zome, my guy. Thank you. You know it's the most highs work when people disagree with you. When people get mad and disagree with you, you know you're doing the work of the Most High. You know why? Because they did the same thing to Jesus. My Steam Deck will continue to be useful because emulation isn't illegal. There have been multiple cases that back this up. Please don't be misinformative. That's not really proving a point. My Steam Deck will continue to be useful because of emulation isn't illegal. That's not proving anything. Well, I don't know who told you that taking games was not illegal. There have been multiple cases that back this up. Please don't be misinformed. This is just not true. I'm telling you, I've seen it before. I've seen this before. I'm old enough to know what I see. They're coming for your asses, man. They coming. How useful will your Steam Deck be when you don't have that option? Microsoft is already working on a subscription base. They're coming. Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo got it locked in with the DRM. They're coming. I'm not misinforming nobody, and I've never misinformed anybody on this channel, man. I have been 100% more reliable with my information than Delay Dan has ever been. I have a track record, sir. They're coming. Pharaoh, they coming, brother. And baby, when they come, just say, I told you so. Yo, Solo, your thoughts on Xenoblade X, brother? I got to pick it up, man. I got to pick it up. I really don't need to pick it up. I got it for the Wii U, but I do want to pick it up for the Switch. I think it's out of the Xenoblade games that I actually do like. I like Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and that one the best. The other ones are a little bit too Disney for me. Rob Lee says he's not worried. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, out of the Xenoblade games, man, that's my jam. Those two are my jams. Thoughts on Expedition 33. Man, killing the game. Killing the game. Expedition. Killing the game, man. I can't support it. I cannot support the game, but they're killing the game, man. They got the turn-based combat. They got realistic looking characters. Things that Square Enix said they couldn't do. They got this parrying system, man. You can parry. That's the type of game that you play on ultra hard, and you know what I mean when you try to do that parrying joint, and you know what I mean. And I've always been a supporter of Western RPGs. I don't like when the Western RPGs go in a route of turning it into a Call of Duty type game, like they did with Skyrim, Fallout 4, and things of that such. But I've always been a supporter of Western RPGs, and Expedition 33 has my full support. I can't buy it. Number one, I don't have a console that can play it because it's not on the Switch or the PS4. I didn't buy any of the new consoles. But maybe one day I will play it. But I think it's doing phenomenal job. Only thing I don't like is the art style. Even for a Western RPG, the art style is off. It reminds me of AI. It's a little too AI-ish for me. I feel like they're trying to get us accustomed and comfortable with the look of AI because AI is their the West's plan to take over. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. I like the direction they went with that game. The turn-based combat is very engaging. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like bringing new ideas to the turn-based RPG drama. Um, Even though I believe every single JRPG is different. No JRPG plays exactly the same. But I appreciate the West doing that. The West has always been great at making role-playing games, especially turn-based. With your Baldur's Gates games, your Division E, Original Sin, Man, it's Pillars of Eternity. The West has always been great at making turn-based games. That's where Japan got their games from. That's what the love for JRPGs came from the West for the great work that they've done. I just don't like when the West gets comfortable and they start making games like Skyrim and Fallout 4. Those games are horrible. It's a Call of Duty game. It's a game made for losers. What's that other game? Starfield. Oh God, just horrible. The facial features are very weird in the game. Yeah, just that's the only thing I don't like is the graphics. Those are good games. Good games. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I'm out. Glad a guy who doesn't know the difference between. Okay, all right. Delay. Peace, brother. Yo, Ronnie. You're mad about something else I said, but it's okay. If you're mad about emulation, then goodbye, sir. You're mad because I called you a slave, and you know it's true. Yes, Skyrim was turned into Call of Duty. Skyrim was made more accessible for the Call of Duty fan. Yes. Call of Duty fans at the time, Call of Duty was taking over. And when they were playing games like Oblivion and Morrowind, it was too slow. They didn't understand. Like, what is this? What you know what I mean? Like, what is going on here? You know? In Fallout 3 and New Vegas, those games were just too slow for that audience. They're getting, but with the Fallout 4s, Fallout 4 is just not an RPG at all. It's just explosions, blowing, shooting, and you go, "Oh my God, what is this? What is this?" You know what I mean? Yes, it was made for the Call of Duty. It was made for the Fortnite fans. It was made for a lower tier, lower grade gamer. No disrespect. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. In Oblivion, I was playing Oblivion the other day, and I was wondering why I love Oblivion so much more than I like Skyrim, especially when it pertains to the bow and arrow. The bow and arrow, I used to love using the bow and arrow in Oblivion. And then when I went to Skyrim, I was like, what's something about this bow and arrow physics is just not connecting with me. You know what I mean? Skyrim just never connected with me in the terms and in the way that it connected with the Call of Duty fan. But with the Oblivion game, when you use the arrow, there's a physics effects to it. There's a mathematical equation that's going into these using the bow and arrow, where you would shoot it and it would literally react in a way of the laws of physics, the laws of gravity. You would shoot it and you would angle your arrow a certain way where you would shoot it and you calculate it in a way where you knew the arrow was going to hit. You know what I mean? In concerns of Skyrim, it just went straight. There was no arrow physics in Skyrim. It just went straight. Like Call of Duty. Catered to a more slower, inept, stupid, robotic, programmed, slave-minded audience. The lowest of scum. They have no God gene. They just do whatever the society tells them to do type of people. Am I talking about you? Let's read the comments. I'm talking about you. Yeah, man, that's math. Oh, Dylan, I thought you were gone, dude. Dylan's back, guys. He's back. He said he was leaving. He's back. I said something so. Oh my God, it was so misinformed with emulation. Oh my God. Okay, okay. Come back when your emulation is gone. Make sure to come back because a lot of times y'all don't come back. Yeah, yeah. I thought you left, bro. That used to piss me off back in the day. I used to be like, man, because I come from the '90s. You know what I'm saying? I come from a different generation. I never liked it when people would announce that they were unsubscribing or they were leaving. You know what I mean? It was so weird to me. especially men. I can understand if it was a woman. I'm leaving you. I can understand. But when a dude said, I'm leaving you, it was so homoerotic to me. I used to be like, man, what the hell was, I used to block him on the sneak tip because I just thought I thought it was bad flimsy. Ain't nothing wrong with being flimsy, but if you flimsy around me, I'm like, hey, 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 what the hell? Chill, man. Yeah, I'm leaving you. Bro, just go. All you gotta do is leave, man. You don't gotta make an announcement. That was weird to me back in the day. It's still weird to me now, but back then I was really uncomfortable when dudes used to say, man, I'm unsubscribing, man. I used to be like, man, what the hell? What was I talking about again? Yeah, the physics. It was like shooting a basketball. You know, people that can really shoot, you could tell they're the mathematical equations, or playing a Mario game. Play a Mario game in comparison to other platformers. Mario does it right because they have the understanding of mathematics. They have the geometry, and algebra, and things of that such. Because there's a scientific method to the way Mario jumps and lands. It's very scientific, and I did not learn that until playing Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet is just off. The character jumps and then he's in the air for like 5 seconds and then he comes down. He barely even comes down. You know, you're like, what the hell? There was a reason why I could not connect with the Little Big Planet games. I tried too. They were boasting and bragging about the creativity options. You can create Sector 7 from Final Fantasy 7. You can create this, you can create that. But the gameplay mechanics were just off. Mario, whoever creates the Mario games has a true basic. Play Mario 1. That's the best. Boing. You know what I mean? They have a full on understanding. Now, I know what I'm saying is going way over the Call of Duty fans right now. You know what I mean? The dudes that are typing in, I'm leaving, I know it's going over their heads right now. But that's how the Oblivion Bulls and Arrow mechanics, it was. And then it was like, let me line this up properly. Let me get, okay, there it is. And then and it hits the mother sucker and it says 5 times effects times hit. You'd be like, oh man, that feels good. And then the mother sucker go, who did that? Who's there? You know what I'm saying? Because your stealth skills were so good, the mother sucker couldn't even see you. You were like this. My stealth skills were so high in Oblivion that I had loaded. My sister can vouch for this. I had loaded in a cave or something somewhere, right? And it was two demons right there standing. And I was crouched down, and the demons couldn't even see me. That's how good my sneaking skills were. I was like, and the demons were like, yo, so you know, yeah, man, because you know, Earl and them was like, and they didn't even see me. Little Big Planet was meant to be kooky. Little Big Planet was meant to rob you. Hmm. It was a rob. It was garbage. It was just garbage that was coming to PlayStation, and they should have used that money to make a JRPG. They should have used that money to make Legend of Dragoon 2. They should have used that money to make a Wild Arms for the PlayStation 3. They should have used that money to make, you know what I mean? Legend Legaia 3 or something. Little Big Planet was used to rob me of my fun. That's what Little Big Planet was made for. It wasn't kooky, nothing kooky about goddamn Little Big Planet. You guys are totally losing focus right now. You're losing focus. Kooky is not Little Big Planet. Shitty. That's what Little Big Planet is. Wasted my goddamn time and money. I didn't expect an early Sunday stream. Hey, pizza, what's up, man? What's up, dude? I am Sora. Okay, Kratos is claiming to be Sora. What's up, Sora? Y'all love that Kingdom Hearts, man. That game was trash. If there's one game that took Square Enix down, it's goddamn Kingdom Hearts. Woo! That game took Square Enix down. My God. Yo, Miguel, what's up, man? Welcome back, brother. Oh, man, Nintendo turned on us, man. They turned on us. It reminds me of the goddamn, what was that thing called? You're sitting here and you're chilling and you're thinking you're with the good guys, man, and that motherfucker turns to you and goes, Hail Hydra. It reminds me of before Hail Hydra, there's this classic movie, man, y'all gotta watch. You gotta watch this movie, man, like, because it's so real. It's one of the realest movies I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's probably a movie that saved my life. If there was a such thing as a movie that's has a movie ever saved your life before? You know what I mean? Have you ever watched a movie and go, damn, that was life altering. That changed my life. It's a movie that my father put me up on, man. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. After this, I'm gonna go wish my father happy Father's Day. But if I know if I call him before doing the stream, we're gonna be talking and going deep into intergalactical, you know what I mean, interplanetary stuff for about 3 to 4 hours. So I wouldn't be able to talk to y'all, you know what I'm saying? So Daddy had to get on here and kind of, teach you guys what's going on, man. What's the movie? This movie, I swear to God, man, I watched this movie. My dad put me up on this movie years ago. Oh my God, this movie. Just kept dragging it on. Oh my God, this movie is changed my life. Changed my life. My dad put me up in this movie years ago. Um, and I can't get it out of my head, man, because I see these same situations happening within this simulation every single day where I just go, man, that movie saved my life. What's a movie? Y'all didn't tell me the movie that changed your life. Has a movie ever changed your life? Movies and video games changed my life. Mm, 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 mm. All right, dudes, I'm out, man. Salute. No, I'm just playing. The movie. You gotta watch this movie. After the stream goes off, you have to pop this movie in, man. Invasions of the Body Snatchers. I believe I have the book as well. I got the book. I got to read the book because I heard the book was good, but then I heard people say the book wasn't good. But I'm going to check out the book. I got to read this bad boy. Invasions of the Body Snatchoids. Yeah. 60th anniversary edition. Man, they made a movie, man, called Invasions of the Body Snatchers. Go back. Bebe's kids. That's funny. Go back if you haven't watched it. If you did watch it, go please. I'm telling you guys, watch this movie called The Invasions of the Body Snatchers. It spooks me the hell out. You know what I mean? It spooks me the hell out because I see it every single freaking day. I was literally just talking about Invasions of the Body Snatchers on this stream when it pertains to gamers. When gamers used to be locked in, man, against gamers did not. We were the number one, man, that did not allow the corporations to mess with us, man. We were number one. Now it's the movies. The movies are the ones that are moviegoers. Moviegoers, man, ain't watching that garbage. You know what I'm saying? Flip out of here. Moviegoers are number one right now. But back then, the gaming developers, they had to work for our money, man. But it was a flip, man. Like I said, all of a sudden we started getting these invasion of the body snatching type weirdos coming online talking about, I love paying $70 games. $70 games are great. And you're like, wait. Just last week you said it was bullshit. Just I mean, like literally a week ago. I'll be doing the stream talk about, yo, Sony's trash. They're charging $70 games. So, right, I would literally come on here and do a stream, right? And you guys in the chat room would literally agree. Then Nintendo, the following week, would do it. And they go, man, I don't see a problem, man. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is awesome, man. Yo, this game is better than Breath of the Wild. Yo, I literally would sit on here and be like, yo, guys, do not buy digital games, man. Do not, please don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, don't do it, guys. Yeah, right? And then Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. You get access to the game a trash game, might I add. You get access to the game 3 days earlier. And then Sparkling Zero is amazing. I love this game. Wait, what? Right? And then I come out and say, yo, what the hell? What are you guys doing? Right? And then you get violent. The same guys that said, no, don't do it. When somebody else does it, you get you get angry, violent, start making personal threats towards me. That happened in my Discord. We were combating digital gaming, right? And then this guy that with red hair, you know what I mean? He was like, who wears contacts, and you know what I mean? He started getting violent, making personal attacks on me, and I was like, bro, what happened to you? Go watch Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's scary because I be seeing these things in my own life. Saved my goddamn life, man. Saved my life, man. They were telling people to go out there and take certain stuff. Remember? Go out there and take it. It's going to save your life. Remember? In order to combat this deadly virus, take the shot. Take it. Take it again. Take it 2 more times. It's going to save you. It's painless. It won't hurt. You're going to be living a better life if you just take the shot. That movie saved my life. That movie saved my life. You might can't find the movie now. I went on the streaming sites. I was looking for it the other day. I was getting my monthly invasion because I usually watch certain movies every once a month just to keep everything fresh and new. I couldn't find it. They might have blocked it. You might got it. You might got to. You know what I mean? They might have blocked the movie. People getting quiet. I gotta block the video now. I gotta block the video. I don't want to join this conversation. Huh? When things get real, people get quiet. When things are getting real, y'all get real quiet. But then when I block the video for getting too real, then y'all be like, hey man, can you bring that video back, man? Let me go ahead and block this video, man. I'm getting too real. The momentum from the audience, that's when I know when to block it. I know when you guys get real quiet, that's when I start going, okay, this is a blockable video. That's exactly what They Live was about. Yeah, They Live is another one. But I just, that movie's not as entertaining. For some odd reason, I just can't get into it entertainment wise. But it's a good movie. It's a good movie when it comes to what's going on, you know? I hate that Mario Kart is $80, but the fact that people complain about it ain't really Nintendo fans. It's Sony and Microsoft fanboys that are scared they will have to pay 80 for The Last of Us. They're gonna have to pay 80 for Last of Us, no matter if Mario Kart was 80 or not. You know what I'm saying? And they would have done it because of this weird obsession to obey their favorite brand. That's just never been me, man. I always rock with the squad that was rocking with me. You know, I'm not a fan of any developer in the slightest because I know they can turn on me, and I've seen them turn on me multiple times. I'm a fan of gaming. I'm a fan of video games. I'm a fan of the artistry of video games. You know what I mean? And when I start to see those things disappear and being taken out and removed, um, for whatever reason, maybe to push a narrative, or for whatever reason, why they feel like the need to remove the creativity and from gaming that I fell in love with. Um, that's when you're going to start seeing me spitting and wheezing and hollering and things of that such. But, back in the day, or months ago, I could point to this developer for doing it the right way. Or I could point to that developer for doing it the right way. But now I have nobody to point to because they're all doing it wrong. I'm somewhat on an island by myself, if you will. But that's okay. That's okay. I've always been on this island by myself. You guys know that. But there's absolutely nobody to point to now. They're all doing it wrong. They're all doing it wrong, and it's killing video games. It's killed video games. Games are just dead. It's so dead. We got a brand new console out, and nobody's playing it. It's dead. We got a brand new console out, and what's more entertaining is talking about who's got the worst of the best. Who's got the best of the worst? No, who's got the worst of the best? You know what I mean? Well, my company's not raping me this way, and my company, you're still being raped. Nah. If I have a choice to do it, I'm not gonna do it. Nintendo's not putting a gun to my head. Sony's not putting a gun to my head and saying buy their console. If I got a choice not to do it, I don't need to play your garbage. I've got better things that I should be doing than playing your garbage. It's garbage. Now, if you were coming out with some good stuff, then I will be doing that. I would be doing that. But what's good? What's good? Mario Kart World? Switch 2 runs Pokemon very well. You guys have been raped by these corporations so long that you have no idea that you're being raped. You, you guys, you guys are being raped by these corporations so long that you have no idea we're being raped. Who told you? Who told you that gaming was about frame rates and and gigaseconds or whatever, you know what I mean? Frames per second. And what's the other one? Who told you? Resolution. Who told you that? Who told you that? Who told you that you need to go out and spend high ends amount of money to get better frames and resolution in GPU? Who told you that? Because when you first started getting into video games, all of us had nothing to do with frame rates and GPU and gigabytes and gigawatts and all that stuff. Who told you that who told you that? Where did that come from? Who told you you need to go buy a Nintendo Switch so you can get better frames from Pokemon, better resolution? Who told you that? When the first Pokemon you played was on the Game Boy Advance. when, when the first gold Pokemon you played was on the Game Boy Color. Huh? Did the Game Boy Color need that? Did the Game Boy Advance needed that? With the first Game Boy for the first Pokemon game you played was on the goddamn DS. Who tricked you? Who who tricked you? You've been tricked. You've been duped. That's something to think about, man. That's something that you guys need to seriously think about. Who tricked you? I have to pay $450 to get a better version of a game that came out 5 years ago? There's no way in hell I should be buying a brand new console to play an old game. Who told you that gaming was about buying brand new consoles to play old games? Who told you that? When did your mind shift to believing that that is the norm? That is a normal thing to do. Hmm? It really sickens me at the state of gamers. It really sickens me at the state that I am seeing gamers in right now, man. You guys are just a complete laughing stock to these corporations. You've been tricked, and you have no idea you've been tricked because you're one of them. I told you, you guys are nothing more than just agents. You're just nothing but, you're not Neo. Stop it. Stop. I know you guys all think you guys are the main NPCs, huh? I know you guys think that you guys are that anime character in the classroom with all the colors to represent that he is the main NPC, but you are not. You are not. You're just like everybody else. You're not the main character. When you say things like that, you're not the main character. This isn't your life. You're just here for background, for a distraction from the main character. That's all. You're not even the villain. You're not even the villain. At least the villain stood for something. You guys stand for nothing. You stand for nothing. You're talking about spending astronomical amount of money to get a better version of a game that came out 6 years ago. You're not even the villain. Even the villain stands for something. You stand for nothing. This got too real. I might have to block this video, man. Chat room getting quiet. I might have to block this video. I got people thinking. YouTube gonna get me for this. YouTube is gonna get me for this. My first Pokemon game was Red and Blue, day one. Yeah. And you're talking about spending $500 to get a better version of Pokemon Scarlet and a game that's just, if you were to go back into a time machine and told somebody that bullshit, they would slap the shit out of you. If you went back and told people that you need to go and buy a Dreamcast so you can play a Sega Saturn game, if you would have told those gamers back in the day that, they would be like, what the that wasn't even the selling point of the PlayStation 2 with backwards compatibility. That wasn't even the selling point for PlayStation 3. The only time, but it had nothing to do with resolution. It was just the Game Boy Color. But take your game, you can play it in color now because it had that stupid green color back in the original Game Boy. Now they got you a little bit of color. But that's 1998. That should not be used in 2025. You know it's real when anime fan gets, yeah. Hmm. I can't believe somebody told me I had to pay. I don't know who taught you guys that. I don't know how that became gaming. But you guys need to really think about, are you really on this planet to be the main character? Or are you just here to assist in growing the main character? You're helping the main character go, you know what? I don't want to be that mother sucker. That mother sucker's a loser. I got to get your priorities in order, man, because this is what I have seen today is really just an embarrassment. You guys embarrass me. Started off on the goddamn Game Boy, and you want to tell me about some goddamn resolution. I knew I wasn't the main character since keep it real. Let's go. See, that's what I like to see is people keeping it real down there. You know what I'm saying? I love to see people keeping it real down there. I'm a loser. I am not the main character. You know what I mean? That's what I need to hear. I'm tired of people coming in, man. I'm leaving, man. Stop. Stop with that. Just say, you know what? You're right. Just say that and then leave. God damn, all this, you know, you're wrong. Yeah, emulation. Tip, tip. My man is crying because I said they're going to take away his emulation. What is going on in the world? People are crying about that. Oh, you're wrong. They're not going to take it away, man. I'm going to be able to take games forever. Thoughts on Bonnie Blue? Who's Bonnie Blue? I like her. Bonnie Blue, I don't know. I like I was just talking about on my last stream how the black women got flim flammed into becoming the lower class of all the women. Black women got tricked into becoming the lower class of all the women. Feminism, you don't need no man. I could do bad all by myself. That really destroyed black women, man. That really messed them up. They should have never joined white feminism, man. They should have never did that. And they become the battle class. And I say that objectively. What about art? You know, it's sad that we got to come up with sayings, black queens and black queens forever. You know what I mean? Snow, it's sad, but we got to come up with those type of sayings because in the 90s, black women dominated, you know? I mean, like, this is how dominant black women were. I was just thinking about this. Like, we were sitting down and we were talking about the dominant black women of the 90s. Claire Huxtable, in terms of beauty, you know what I'm saying? Black women have no idea how important the beauty is in this society that we live in this man's world. They have no idea, but they got rid of that because they wanted to be working for a boss. You know what I mean? They wanted to be make their own money, and they wanted to, they didn't need no man, and they don't understand how that destroys you as a woman. As a woman, sadly, that's just how it is. But like, yo, we were literally breaking down the baddest bras in the 90s, man. Claire Huxtable, Nia Long, Vivica Fox, Aaliyah. Oh, this young black girl, she just passed away. She used to be on MTV. What's her name? She just passed away. I didn't even know she was sick, but I used to see her on MTV and I used to be like, God dang, this black girl is fly as hell, man. Um, there were so many black women. Whitney Houston, you guys are seeing them on their downfall, so you're going, ew, but no, but in their prime, black women were dominating television, man, and they had everything. They had the bodies that you can get them in all colors and shapes and sizes. At night, you were able to get them on the BT on cut, and they had these booties that had no feelings. It was all natural. And the thing is, I bet you guys can't even do that today. For the women who are supposedly on top, like the Kim Kardashians, the way that we were able to break down how bad these black girls were in the 90s, you couldn't do that today. I'm not talking about black women. I'm talking about for all women. Like, who's the top chick right now for all women? Even though black women are on the bottom, who's the top baddie right now? Even though black women are on the bottom, I'm being objective. Black women have fell off. But even for the top chick, you can find whatever the Kardashians, some type of raggedy looking Latina. You know, like they to me they all just look dirty. They all just look crazy. Even the ones that are on top are just trash. They took away the black woman, and women as a whole fell off. I'm seeing these raggedy looking Latinas walking around, man, and they really think that just wearing no clothes is what makes them a baddie. No, we're just looking at them. We're going, okay, this is easy access. They think these Latinos are walking around here and think because they've gotten surgery that removed the fat from places that only Latinas get weird these weird fat in places is they think they removed the fat and they put some highlights in their hair and got a Coach bag. All of a sudden they're baddies. No, you're still a loser. You're still a square built loser. You just got surgery, but it doesn't look good. It just looks like something easy. Yeah, but you got to give me some names, guys. Give me some hot Ethiopian names now, guys. Women's in the 90s was natural. That's not true. The Caucasian woman was not natural. The Caucasian woman was dying to compete with the black woman. You had your Caucasian baddies, but they were all fake. Uh, uh, Pamela Anderson. Um, what was the other one? What was the other Pamela Anderson one? They'll give you a blondie and they'll give you a brown hair one. She was a brown haired one, and um, she was dating Dennis Rodman. What was her name? It was Pamela Anderson and Carmen Electra. Was it Carmen Electra? I think you're right. Yeah, they were altered. They were literally losing their lives. They were doing the anorexia thing. They would eat a meal and then and they would do shows on Maury and Jerry Springer and Ricky Lake. But the white woman was dying to compete with the black woman. Black woman was just showing up. You know what I mean? Remember? Y'all hating on the black woman today, man, but she dominated the 90s and the early 2000s. Tyra Banks, remember? Holly Berry, right? They had to shut that down. And they started bringing in these altered bodied women. They started to alter themselves in the lips and then in the butts, stuff we didn't see before. And now we're just like, you know what I mean? We're just, men, we're just naturally hypnotized to those type of things. When we see full lips and we see a full butt, and some light skin to go with that, we're altered. Our minds are like, hey, whoa, you know what I mean? It's not really attractive. We're just being tricked. Now, give me the hot chicks of today. Yeah, that was the only thing the black woman was doing was the fake hair thing. You know what I'm saying? That was a little, that was a little tricky for us. We never supported that. Black men never supported that. They could put that on black men all they want. If it was fake and it combined with your natural hair, that was cool. But red, blonde, you go, whoa, yeah, you got blonde hair coming out of here? How did that happen? You know what I mean? Well, there's a tribe in Africa. But you ain't that's a genetic mutation. That's not you. When they started wearing the blonde hair, that's what threw us off. That's what was like, what the hell? And they started putting blue contacts in the little Kims. Scared the shit out of us. We were like, what is going on? The hell happened? You know what I mean? Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose. Who's Ruby Rose? I wish I had a computer so I can look. Who's Ruby? All right, we got the baddies of today. Let's look at the baddies of today. Let's look at the baddies of today. Now, the baddies of yesteryear were the black woman, and they was getting bread. They was getting paper. They were in the big Hollywood movies. They were starting their own shows like America's Next Top Model. They were on hit television series like Martin and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, every episode had a baddie. Every episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air had a baddie. Every episode of The Cosby Show had a baddie. Had a baddie. Every episode. A brand new baddie. Now, you saying Ruby Rose. Let's look at Ruby Rose, guys. This is the baddie of today. I don't know. This is my first time seeing her. Ruby Rose. Here we go. Ruby Rose. She's not even better than Rudy Huxtable. What? Come on, stop. Ruby Rose? Who is this? She looks altered. Okay. Oh, she's altered, guys. Hold on. She's altered. She wears a lot of makeup. This is the baddies of today. She's wearing a. Oh, damn. What'd I do? Oh, no. I did something here. Okay. Cross-eyed Latina James. Latina James, kind of hot. Okay. She's wearing the heavy makeup that makes them look real dirty. She's got the weave extensions. Now here's her actual hair, but it looks greasy and nasty like a Latina. She's got on the fake nails. Now that's something that they've always done, but it's green. These are the baddies. Now her butt is altered. We can tell this is a real skinny chick. They got an altered butt. Wow, wow, wow. These are the baddies of today. These are the baddies of today. What's the girl that DDG was calling her ball? What's her name? He was calling her ball. What's her name? DDG. He was calling. What's up? What was DDG dating? DDG was dating Haley Bailey. These are the chicks of today. This is the chicks that they give us. This is the chicks that they give us, right? For today. These are the baddies. Her eyes are spread far apart and it's that same makeup style. And it's the same makeup style. They make, it's the same fake eyebrow style and the same hair that looks dirty. Okay, I mean, this is ridiculous. These are the baddies of today? Who's the girl? She looks like an alien. Yeah, her eyes are spread damn the far apart. Go to my local Walmart and find something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These are some Walmart chicks, man. These are some Walmart chicks that'll, you know what I'm saying? That'll try to ghost you because a bunch of dudes is just they want to smash, but that doesn't mean you're bad. These chicks back in the day were so bad that you were like, man, this is what makes a chick bad. When you would have the Holly Berrys, you would have the Vivica Foxes in their prime. You would have the Denise from the Huxtables. You would have these chicks, Pam and Gina from Martin. You would have these black girls that were so bad, and yet they were so humbled. You felt like you can step to them. You know what I mean? And you were so afraid because they were so bad. But if you were to like step to them and talk to them, they'd be some of the coolest people. Now you go to Walmart. You go to Walmart and step to these chicks with the dirty looking hair and the dirty looking makeup and You know what I'm saying? And you're at Walmart, fellas, and it's all this attitude, this arrogance, disgusting arrogance coming from these chicks. And you go, I was talking to a girl recently, man, Haitian girl. I had to ghost her. I had to block her. She had a level of arrogance to her that I just did not like, and she did not deserve it because I found out that she used to be big. And I was wondering around the ankles, and the arms was so big. And she had a cute face and she had a big badonky dunk. You know what I mean? But she was getting a little arrogant. And I said, no, you don't get arrogance. You don't get the arrogance. I don't give a damn how many dudes is trying to holler at you. You do not get Holly Berry arrogance. Holly Berry would even have this type of arrogance in the 90s. Nia Long, none of these broads would have this arrogance when you come from a dilapidated homeland and you used to be big. Now you come over here and you're able to get some money in your pocket, and you're able to get a Coach bag that's made in China, put some highlights in your hair, and you're able to get surgery to lose the fat, and now you got to sit here with an arrogance, you're gone. The fat chicks act stuck up. Yeah, that was always a thing, though. That was always a thing with fat chicks, right? It was a weird arrogance coming from the fat girl. Man, when I went to Arizona, man, it was some baddies. Baddies, man, and they were mixed with all types of things. Black girls, mixed. I was seeing girls in Arizona, man, that were mixed with shit that I couldn't see in New Jersey because New Jersey's very segregated, and you have to be in areas where there was black people. But when you went to Arizona, the military town, it was all these mixtures. The first time I saw a black and Asian chick, man, I lost my goddamn mind. I am still going crazy over this chick till this day. These two chicks, they were gorgeous, and they had some of the most humbling personal personalities. So humbled. Now you have these people that are coming from these dilapidated countries. I mean, like these the places where they come from, they're just losers. You know what I mean? They couldn't fix up their homeland, and they move over here, and they still can't fix nothing up. Yeah, they could put some steps or something together. They could put some tile on the side of the goddamn house, but their communities are still shit. And the government is doing everything within their access for them to succeed, and they're still not doing it. Allowing them to get grants, loans, money, all that shit. Yes, Solo, you go over to where they come from with a goddamn bowl of rice and some fish, and you can get the baddest girl in their community. And they come over here and they lose their goddamn minds. Is that all of them? No. But when I do see it, I go, oh, hell no. I can Google right now where you're from. Where you from? Ecuador? Okay. This you? This you? The Philippines? Okay. That's you, right? Living in filth. Living in mountains of filth. Don't even want to be clean it up. Just live it on. We're just gonna live on the top of this filth. You know what I mean? And then come to America with such arrogance. And it's not just the women. As a matter of fact, I don't even think the women are as bad as the men. The men are worse. I know black. I know black. I'm better. I'm no black. And you Google Dominican Republic and you go, this you, right, brother? The men are worse. The men are worse. Get around some weird looking Dominicans and be like, yo, man, we black up in here, man. I know black. I know black. I'm sorry. I'm getting dark. Do I gotta ban this video, guys? Let me know. I'll ban the video if I have to. Let me know, guys. Do I need to block this video? I'm talking crazy. The men are worse. Yeah, Arizona got some bad women. I mean, like straight feminine, beautiful in the face and all. I haven't been to Arizona in over 10 years, man. But when I was there, I was just shocked at the cooperation from the beautiful women that were out there, man. I know if I was out there, man, out there right now, I would be sharking it up. I do my thing here as well, but whenever I get that arrogance from a chick who used to be fat, and she didn't lose the weight the natural way. She lost the weight through surgery and an Ozempic, and they want to come around me talking about you know what I'm saying, um, the goddamn the Nixon, the whatchamacallit. She got mad because I'm an old school. You got to call and this and that every day. She got mad because I wasn't calling every day. Bitch, if you was in Haiti, you wouldn't even have a goddamn phone. But I got to keep in touch every day. Get the fuck. You used to be fat, and when you were fat, you didn't have those demands. Stop it. Now you're 40 something years old with all these demands. You're crazy. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And to be the ones that come from these raggedy ass islands, man. It's always the raggedy island joints, man. Yeah, who is the top chicken today? Somebody said Ruby Rose. Somebody said, I mean, they just look crazy to me. They all look crazy. These are not bad chicks, and they're walking around here with these inflated egos, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I know black poppy. That high calorie revenge is a real thing. That's funny. She was a used to be fat chick. She got the surgery. I didn't know, but I knew something was off. She has some big ankles like things. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that might have came with age, but then when she said, I used to be a big girl, and I used to be like, oh, big. I used to think that she used to just eat. I got nothing with wrong with the big girls, but just because you got a surgery, I could see if you worked it off, put the hard work in, then I could be like, "Yo, you got that. You know what I'm saying? You deserve that. But if you go and get a surgery or take some Ozempic and you do it the wrong way, I don't give you no props, man. You didn't put no work into it. I don't give you no props for that. And now dudes want to smash because you skinny, and you think just because a bunch of nasty ass dudes want to smash, that inflates the ego. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. That's gross. That's gross. That is gross that your ego has been lifted because you think that you need a man to call you every day. I'm a grown ass man that works. Got time for that shit. Sorry. Sounds like I'm angry, but I'm not angry. I'm just going, what? It's ridiculous. Big girls got that splash. All right, the chat room's getting quiet, man. I gotta get out of here. I gotta hit the gym. I gotta call my pops, wish him a happy Father's Day. I gotta did y'all see this Will Smith video? I like girls, girls, girls. What the hell was that about? What's up with Will Smith? Is he losing his mind? He's Will Smith. He's Will Smith. He needs to go relax. He needs to be chilling somewhere. Why is he rapping? Nobody want to hear real Smith. They want to hear real shit. All right, guys. I'm about to get up out of here, man. It's real quiet. I got too deep, man. I got too deep for y'all, man. Y'all want me to talk about the new manga chapter. Oh, speaking of manga chapters, man, we got a surprise coming for the channel very soon. We're going to be doing we're going to be bringing the fighting games back. We're going to Hey, quiet Ronan, thank you, brother. We're going to be bringing the fighting games back. We're going to do the next generation. Back then we did the Naruto Storm, the Dragon Ball games. We're going to take it to the next generation. We're bringing the fighting games back. I'm not going to tell you what game it is. I'm not even going to. I'm just going to throw it out there. Yo, we working on something right now. We working on something right now in our Discord, and I believe you guys are going to enjoy it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Something fun to add on with the rants, the gaming rants, and the political stuff and the conspiratorial stuff. But the fighting games are coming back. Hey, Real King, man, Real King Scott, thanks for coming through, man. I always appreciate you guys, man. I could leave for about 5 years and come back and I'll be right here. Like, yo, Sylvie, what up, man? You all right? All right, Zub, as long as you good, we good. I even appreciate the guys that come in with the moist energy. Oh my God, I'm leaving. I appreciate that, man. I can appreciate that. Lets me know that I'm still on my. Whenever you can piss somebody off, it lets you know you're still in your game. You know what I mean? If I came on here and everybody was just like, yo, yeah, you know what I mean? It just the energy wouldn't be right. But if somebody can come in and be like, man, yo, F you, mother sucker, I'd be like, damn, we still popping up in here, yo. We are still popping. Some people just don't have that type of energy. You know what I mean? Some people don't have that type of energy to just really just mess with people's emotions like that and feelings. When you got that type of power, man, you're powerful. They got to shadow ban you if you got that type of power. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I want a game. I might game today. We might do some gaming today, guys. Um, stick around. Keep this tab open. Leave and go do something. We might come back later, or put your notifications on. We might come back on a little later tonight and stream a video game. I think we're gonna go play. We're gonna play some old PlayStation One games, JRPGs. I think we're gonna do that, guys. Every Sunday, we're gonna play a JRPG, and I want to play some Wild Arms. I want to get connected with the either Wild Arms or wait a minute. I gotta go to the PlayStation Store and see what games they brought back. Did they bring back Legend of Legaia to the PlayStation Store on the PlayStation 4 and 5? Is Legend of Legaia playable on there? That was one of the first JRPGs I ever played. Was Legend of Legaia? It was one of the first. It was Final Fantasy VII, Pokemon, of course, and excuse me, Legend of Legaia, and Romancing Saga. No. Saga Frontier. Saga. It was Saga Frontier One. Those were the first JRPGs I ever played because my friend, everybody else was playing them at the time, and then like the first JRPG that I bought was Brave Prince of Musashi, and like the real official JRPG was like Xenogears. But we were all, we had a circle. It was my cousin, my friend, and we were swapping games. We were game swapping. Pause. And so what my game was his game. I remember he let me play Mega Man Legends. I thought that was so freaking amazing. Seeing Mega Man Legends for the first time, I was like, oh, and it still looks good to this day. But I remember I thought Mega Man Legends was like the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I was like, oh my God, you're shooting and you adding on armor after it was crazy. It was crazy. You still have the Wii U? The Earthbound stream was legendary. Yeah, I got my Wii U. Earthbound? I was looking for something. Earthbound was fun. Um, I was looking for something. We'll figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna start just streaming JRPGs every Sunday, and then we're gonna start adding in the fighting stuff. It's about to get lit, guys. It's about to get real lit. It's about to get really lit. Was it taking a nap or something? What happened, everybody? Y'all be turning on the stream and taking naps and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be like, all right, here we go. Sunday, early. Let me take this nap and I'll watch this video later. Yeah, I'll be doing the same thing as well to other streamers. I don't watch very many gaming streamers, but I've followed this one guy just to take naps to his videos. He'll do like 7 hour, 13 hour videos, sleep and wake up, and the stream's still going. Oh, still here just listening and cleaning. Yeah, you guys are taking naps and cleaning and doing taxes. Yeah, that's good though. Yeah, later on we're gonna definitely come back. I'm gonna dust off the PlayStation 4 and see what games that they bring back. I know they bring back the Wild Arms series. I might play Wild Arms 3. I always wanted to play that one because it has very good graphics, cell shaded graphics. We're also making a game as well. We're also creating a game, doing it with AI as well. Well, I'm using AI to give me the reference, but I'm going to go right behind it and use my style. But the AI is helping me. This is what Level 5 does. Level 5 uses the AI to give them a concept. And the AI is really good too, man. It really captures which is scary. As a matter of fact, it might even enhance what I'm looking for, you know? I am playing the game listening. Yeah, you guys are multitasking, man. What the hell? As you should. All right, guys. I'll see you later. We're gonna play either Wild Arms. If Legend of Gaia is on there, we're definitely gonna play that. Didn't they add they added some PlayStation 1 games. Like non JRPGs, like um what's that? What was that Resident Evil? Dino Crisis? I gotta go on there. Oh, they also added I streamed that for like 5 seconds. The Valkyrie Valkyrie I don't know. Just know that we're gonna be playing JRPGs every Sunday, guys. Every Sunday. Look forward to that. And we're gonna go for at least 7 hours, 7 to 8 hours, so you guys can take naps. Hmm. Rue, you have to work on Xbox and Switch too now. Final Fantasy 7 Remake is coming to the Switch and Xbox. Uh, I would, there will be some point in time down the line where I have to make the upgrade to the Switch 2 if I was going to make an upgrade, only because they're going to start taking away games from the Switch 1. The games that I actually want to play are on the Switch 1 and I can own them. So there's no problem there. From your Final Fantasy Tactics to your Raito collections to your Suikoden, the Lunar collections, um, the Paper Mario's. There's the Capcom collection. There's a bevy of great games, so I don't have to make the switch as of yet. But I'm pretty sure, like 4 or 5 years down the line, I'm going to have to get a Switch too. But that might be a positive because 4 or 5 years down the line, man, that's it's going to be a lot of games that are going to be released, and I could just jump on board. But the only thing that sucks, maybe not. There'll be a drastic price drops as 4 to 5 years for not Nintendo games, but I don't play Nintendo games anyway. But the only thing that sucks is that the games that I do play, like the Bravery Defaults and all those other games, the Disgaea 7 Complete, those games are game key cards. So yeah, the price would drop, but you don't own the game. Ugh, man, they're really twisting our tits here, man. They really got us. They got us by the balls, man. They got us. Damn it. I wish we didn't buy it. I wish we did not buy it so they would stop doing that. But the agents have taken over, man. You need to start playing Final Fantasy 7 Part 3 with the rest of the Turks. I don't think I'll play Final Fantasy though. I don't like modern Final Fantasy, but I will play classic Final Fantasy. I don't like the Final Fantasy sevens and the 16s. I don't like them. They're not JRPGs. They're action games. They're like Uncharted. They're exactly like Uncharted, where they'll have like talking dialogue, and they'll have like little climbing segments and stuff like that. And then you'll get to a section, and then you just beat things up, and then you move on to the next section, and it's back to the talking dialogue. It's just like Uncharted. It's gross. That's gross as fuck. That's like The Last of Us. That's gross. That's not Final Fantasy VII. I don't know what the hell that is. That's not Final Fantasy VII. The hell is that? And then the camera. You can't even get an enjoyment of the atmosphere because the camera is locked to the back of the side of Cloud's head. You can't see anything. And everything looks green, green and blue. It looks like a goddamn Brillo pad with that shiny. You look at a Brillo pad and it's like it's gray, but it's shiny. It's gross. What the hell are you guys doing? I don't know. I don't know what the hell you guys are finding enjoyment in any of those games, but it's gross. I don't know how you guys are finding enjoyment in these games, but it's so bad. You guys are weird as hell, man. I don't know what the hell. Y'all just want to be part of something. Y'all just agents. I'm sorry. Y'all just a bunch of slave-minded agents. Slave-minded losers, man. I don't know what the hell you guys find enjoyment about these games. And the thing is, you guys never tell me what you enjoy. You always come just fight with what I'm saying. I don't like this. Oh, I do. You never say what you enjoy. You know what I mean? You just make personal attacks towards me. You never say, man, I love Final Fantasy VII Remake, man, because the aspects of the combat, man. You never do that. You just get mad at somebody who disagrees with you. That's it. Who doesn't like it. That's it. I finally got the Lunardian collection at MSRP because they tripping on eBay. Yeah, I keep missing out on picking it up. But I that's one game I could not wait to get because it's a game I never got a chance to play because it was so expensive. I rather have the PlayStation One version because they changed up the voice actors. Like you can go back to the old art style, but you can't go back to the old voices. And I'm just a stickler like that. I like the old stuff. I don't like the new voice actors of today. They sound like weirdos. They even look like weirdos. They even show an image of the person, and he's got like the neck is all fat. You know what I mean? He's wearing like a flannel shirt. With the flannel shirt is not like it's not like a cool flannel. It's like a small lines, and the color is orange. And you be like this is the new voice actor for it. And then you look at the guy and you go, this guy looks like a weirdo. What the hell is this dude, man? Back then we didn't idolize voice actors back in the day. We didn't do that. We didn't even want to see you. Seeing you took away from the immersion. That's what he looks. But ever since YouTube, man, y'all been idolizing voice actors like crazy. It's weird as hell. That's the weirdest thing I've ever saw in my life. Yeah. You want to play the Final Fantasy remake? Yeah. Go. I mean, I have no problem if you want to play it. But me as a as a fan of Final Fantasy VII, it's not for me. I've been thinking about the Final Fantasy VII remake damn near 20 years ago. This is before the PlayStation 3 tech demo. They were just even talking about it. It was just a rumor. This goes back to the PlayStation 2 era. I was just like, oh, a remake for Final Fantasy VII, that would be awesome. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't include the original voice acting. I guess licensing issues and legal jargon. Probably. Maybe you're right. I know they didn't. I know they're not including the original Persona actors for. They didn't want to. The original Junpei. Remember, is that his name? Junpei from Persona 3. I guess his issues were not aligned with the liberal left. I guess he's might have voiced his opinion on certain things when it pertains to certain things. I don't know. This is what I heard. I remember I was watching a stream and I was like, hey, that's not Junpei's voice. And then the streamer was like, yeah, that's good because this guy, he just started like degrading him as a human being because his beliefs didn't align with current liberal Caucasian beliefs. And I just think that's just disgusting. They would never do that for an African American. Since America's existence, liberal Caucasians have never spewed that type of hate and venom towards people who are racist towards African Americans. So to see them get so staunch and strong for a person who likes the taste of another man's anal canal is very strange to me. The writing was on the wall with Crisis Core. I hated Crisis Core. I was so excited for that game, and I was so mad. It could have been a better game, man. When imagine if Zach had a party of weirdos, and the party of weirdos were somehow connected with the main cast, and you could have threw in the kid Yuffie. That would have been so cool, man. But it was just a game of a guy by himself, and it was RNG cards that came up to allow you to use skills. I was like, and then they started adding in characters that you didn't even know were there. You were like, he was there? I don't remember him being there. Can you run from battles in original Final Fantasy VII? Yeah. I am stuck after beating the first boss, giant robot thing, and I have no heals. That was like, yeah, a lot of people like that stuff. I did not like that. I was like, a lot of people like that stuff. Um, but uh, I think it makes the game. It makes a lot of people like the modern way of gaming today because it's easier. It's a lot more easier. Like I said, a lot of people are not as deep as you think they are, man, and they need something easy. Like I was talking about with the whole Skyrim versus Oblivion thing. The Call of Duty audience needs something a little bit slower because back then the games were a little too fast. Not fast moving, but just fast in the level of psychology, philosophy, and things of that such. Hmm. Final Fantasy started going downhill when it got in bed with Disney. Yeah, yeah. I was just talking about that earlier. How Kingdom Hearts just really destroyed. Kingdom Hearts destroyed Square Enix, and it wasn't even that successful. For it to be for them to go in that direction. All right, dudes. I salute you, man. We'll be here later. We'll definitely be here later.